Oh no. Not the best day for a new airline to start flights. Could it be a bad omen? We shall see. But anyways, today is AHA Airlines' first ever flight from here in Reno up to Pasco, Washington. They kind of had the similar mindset and style as like Avelo. I'm thinking kind of flying to secondary airports, and they will continue to ramp up service as time goes on. This is the very first flight. And if you know me, I've already done the Breeze and the Avelo first flights of 2021. So this is the third new US airline starting up flights just this year, which is crazy because it hasn't happened for years. So the flight today will be on an ERJ-145, which is one of the smallest regional jets out there. And it's actually Expressjet's airline here on the West Coast. So it'll be quite interesting. Reno is a quite interesting town, actually. And if you will watch my vlog in the future on it, it's a very friendly, small, and Vegas-like town, just without all the hype and big stuff. But hey, AHA Airlines is starting a new flight here, so there's some hype. Anyway, let's head to Reno-Tahoe International Airport. After a quick 5-minute walk from my hotel, I've now arrived to RNO, where the new AHA signage has already been posted outside. Just after walking in the entrance, AHA's check-in area can be found directly ahead, next to Delta. AHA, by the way, isn't just me having a good laugh. It actually stands for Air Hotel Adventure, which means in the future, the company will sort of take from Allegiant in organizing vacation packages and partnering with hotels and resorts in the various cities that they fly to. Seems like check-in is still closed. I'm here about an hour and 40 minutes till departure, so I don't know. Should be open. Turns out check-in was open. It was just being done at the Delta counters next door since I guess AHA systems weren't working quite yet. There was a check-in option online, as you can see here, which did go through, but they don't currently have mobile boarding passes, and I couldn't print it out at my hotel the day before, so I had to stop by the counters either way. I'm not sure if a printed boarding pass would have worked, as it seemed most didn't have them, but maybe in the future.
It's a pretty heavy bag. Is this the only bag you're going to
Right.
This one's shipped out, but if it doesn't, it would require a $30 charge. Either you would be able to claim it plane side and on the other end. But you know, it looks like it should fit here. But just go ahead and we'll let you take a look at it and see if it fits on you.
The backpack can't fit, that's not good. Yeah, AHA does allow one personal item on board for free, with carry-ons and check bags costing money. But because this plane is so small, my backpack, which acts as a personal item fine on any other airline, almost cost me $30, which honestly is really messed up if you can't even take a backpack on a flight for free. Thankfully, it didn't. I thought check-in was closed, but it's actually not. The boarding pass, kind of funny, it's actually a receipt. I've never seen that before on an airline. They were having some little kinks, as you could see, but nothing major. Our gate today will be B2, but before I headed through security, I noticed a small press conference and ribbon cutting about to take place in the ticketing area. So, I stopped by to hear from Expressjet's CEO what the new airline brand is all about.
So our entire proposition is based on the simplest of propositions. Save time, save money, and avoid hassles. So what we're trying to do is have the people from these small communities save 2 days of travel time and avoid going through hubs. And we're hoping that as a result of these non-stops, people can take these 2, 3, 4-day trips and maybe partake of our low fares and partake of off-season, off-peak hotel rates, what have you. So the simplest of propositions.
And there you have it. Very much like Avelo and Breeze, flying to underserved markets, point to point, at low fares. Very low-key introduction, but very cool. I believe that was the CEO. It's probably going to be a little hard to hear, but yeah, now it's going to be time to go through security, which is right here. Reno-Tahoe International Airport will be the main base, per se, of AHA, kind of like how Burbank is for Avelo, at least right now. It's not the nicest or most stylish airport I've been in, but it kind of has a little rustic feel to it that I really love in airports with mountains nearby. I'm going to try to find some food before I head to the gate. Haven't had any breakfast because that hotel had nothing. Well, you have to pay for it. By the way, this airport reminds me a lot of Hartford and Greensboro. It's kind of shaped like you got a line and then 2 jetties going off of each end. Very interesting. We're not going to fly on a AHA livery today. It's an Expressjet. That's not how these planes will look. They will look like the one from earlier that is parked over by the hangars and the UPS plane over there, but yeah, it looks like we're on a all-white Expressjet today. Alright, I settled on this Timber Ridge restaurant. The food offerings here are not the best in Reno, and it was kind of a struggle to even get this to go. I don't have a ton of time, but I need food. Hopefully it'll be good. After about a 10 to 15 minute wait, it was time to head to Concourse B, where AHA will operate from here at Reno. One thing that's for certain at this airport is there are plenty of slot machines for the traveler that didn't quite spend enough downtown. While the gate area wasn't that full, as this flight won't be that full, the average person could definitely tell something was going on. There weren't any more announcements, but AHA did have a table set up with some cookies, bag tags, and sunglasses for passengers to take. Our Expressjet aircraft today is an 844HK, which was first delivered to Trans-States Airlines back in August 2004, where it flew for United Express up until Expressjet acquired it back in June of this year, 2021, making it a little over 17 years old. For a regional jet, that's on the older side. Boarding on AHA was done by row numbers today and from back to front, presumably for social distancing, but maybe that'll stick in the future? I guess we'll see. I'll be in the front of the cabin today, so we'll be boarding last.
Christopher? Yep. We just need to weigh your backpack.
Oh, sure.
That's all. Yeah. You're all set. There's that for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Christopher, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Bye.
Here we go. Hello.
Hello there, welcome aboard.
Thank you. Thank you. Hello. Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
While I am fairly sure that this will not be AHA's actual hard product in the future, it will still be laid out the same with a very nice 2-1 all economy layout throughout the cabin, perfect for solo travelers who want to sit alone and for friends or couples who want to sit together. I'm pretty sure these seats are still from Trans-States Airlines days with United Express, so they naturally are pretty beat up, but overall it offers a good pitch of 31 inches at every seat. While the layout is good, the cabin is generally very tight, with the overhead bins being even tighter. Let's see if I can put the bag up there. fit. And they wanted to charge me $30 for that. My seat for this ride up to the Tri-Cities will be 5A, which actually has an aligned window that is decently large as well. Now, I am a fairly tall person at 6 foot, but the legroom was quite good, especially with this being an ERJ 145. Ahead is the safety card, which is located in a pretty standard size pocket below that can hold most basic items a passenger might have. As for the seat itself, it feels just how it looks. Not quite a bench, but not your comfy recliner in your home either. I think it goes back maybe an inch.
Thank you for flying with us today. As you're finding your seat, remember to stow personal items either under the seat in front of you or in the overhead compartment. You may use your small lightweight devices such as mobile devices, tablets, and e-readers while we're parked at the gate. Larger devices such as laptops may be used until we're ready to depart.
Before we push back, pilots had to do some weight and balance checks first to make sure we were all good to go, which gave me and some new friends of mine a chance to ask the Expressjet CEO some questions and just talk about aviation since he sat so close. Are you gonna stick with like secondary airports? Yeah.
Yes, I guess the answer is not so much secondary airports as non-competing airports,
non-served.
By definition.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the boarding door is now closed. U.S. regulations require that large personal electronic devices be stowed at this time. You may continue to use your small lightweight devices. Please ensure they are switched to airplane mode while the cellular service is turned off. These devices must be secured in a seat belt.
As for the delay, the CEO honestly thought it had something to do with maintenance since a guy with a yellow jacket came aboard, which it probably was, let's face it. He said these planes were sitting in the desert for quite a while. Thankfully, whatever the holdup was, it got resolved, and it's now time for us to taxi over to RNO's runway 16 right for takeoff. After quite a bumpy takeoff, we are now on our way north towards Pasco. The route today will take us almost straight north, right along the Nevada-California border, before crossing over into Oregon and heading right up through the heart of the state until we trek across the Columbia River and into the Tri-Cities area. Tray tables on board are fairly large, but they are not extendable, and at least with mine, are very wobbly. Shortly after reaching our cruise of 36,000 feet today, and when the bumps dissipated a bit, the friendly and thankfully not camera-shy flight attendant came by with several snacks for all the 17 passengers on board. This included a Nature Valley granola bar and a couple of graham crackers. I still have food from the terminal, so I'm not going to open these right now. And now for a look at the contents of that AHA bag I got when boarding. Up first, green t-shirt. Next, another bag tag, followed by a white t-shirt. A bag of metal straws, AHA playing cards, pen number 1, pin number 2, and finally mints number 1, 2, and 3.
Holy crap. That's like more than Breeze and Avelo.
I mean, seriously, AHA literally went all out with their first ever flight. Now, granted, I probably got more for Avelo because both airports gave out stuff along with Avelo, but damn. Oh, and the flight attendant just came by again offering cups of water with or without ice to all the passengers.
First for adventure.
I tell ya, the stuff just kept coming. Now a cup of sparkling apple cider.
Successful and long-term venture. Thank you.
And after a toast wishing for AHA's success, I could now finally try to finish my food, enjoy the cider, and of course, look out the window. Okay, when I say more room, that definitely does not include ceiling height. But yeah, this is the one lavatory on board, located in the back of the plane. It's certainly pretty dated, but it at least does have some more room to move around. If you are tall though, strongly recommend ducking. As I walked back to my seat, I noticed two things. One, we were starting our descent already, and two, how few people there are on this inaugural flight. And the ones that are there are either airline employees or aviation enthusiasts like myself. That's not a good sign for a new airline brand trying to start up on a low-yield route between two secondary/smaller airports. But hey, when I was in Reno having dinner, the couple next to me heard of AHA when they asked what I was doing there. Same for one of my Uber drivers, so they must be doing a good job of advertising, at least in the Reno-Tahoe area. Hopefully things can get better for them and they can fill more seats in the future because the price is right for a route like this and it does save time versus connecting. Believe it or not, the flight attendant came by with one more goodbye treat. Yet another mint.
Great way to top this off. What a mint.
Certainly makes you think of another particularly minty airline.
A September night and the summer's old. This still feels so right, but it's getting cold. Door is open like the fuse. If you want me to, I will let you go. There'll be someone new. I don't wanna know. I have no idea what I would do without you. And I know it's me that has caused you trouble, but I'm changing more than you know. Every minute with you I stumble. That's why you're still here. That makes me love you even more.
And with that landing on PSC's runway 12, AHA Airlines is officially up and running. 3 new US airlines in 1 year. The year after a global pandemic. I guess now is the time to start them, I don't know. Like Reno, Pasco, or rather the Tri-Cities in Pasco, Kennewick, and Richland, it's a growing region with a distinct lack of passenger air service. So I do see why this airline popped up, and they may have a little niche going here. I intentionally came into this flight and experience with a very open mind and very little expectation, and I was generally very impressed. I think as far as first day problems, there wasn't a whole lot, and all the employees I interacted with were super nice and definitely seemed excited about their airline. And I was especially surprised how many goodies and treats were handed out. Again, I got spoiled on another inaugural. And speaking of getting spoiled, how about another water cannon salute to top this awesome flight off?
But I'm changing more than you know. Every minute with you I stumble. Maybe that's why you're still here. That makes me love you even more.
Thanks, Monica. See you in about 20 minutes.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
You too.
That makes me love you
Okay, and that'll conclude this flight, the first ever flight of AHA Airlines. I like the CEO's vision with secondary / underserved airports. I do think they're going to run into problems with filling these planes though. If your inaugural flight isn't full, I mean, I don't know. I really did enjoy the flight though, and all the employees were all very friendly and nice. It seems like they have everything much more down packed than even Avelo. It's a very cool little airline though, and if you do find yourself flying between two cities like Pasco and Reno that aren't Vegas or Seattle, I think they're a really good option. Prices are cheap. They are kind of like Spirit and Frontier. They do charge for everything, but you get a 1-2 layout on this plane, which can be great for solo passengers and couples or friends. We'll have to see where the future takes them. I'm rooting for them, but it'll be interesting to see. And that'll conclude this video from here in Pasco, Washington, cow country. It smells like cows outside, horse manure and stuff. If you can get past that, come to Pasco. Thank you guys for watching this flight, inaugural flight to Pasco from Reno aboard AHA Airlines. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the next one.